I don't do the most, but I do a lot. I'ma make a toast, cause we still alive. No big, I feel like Pac. I shoot a shot. I'm coming in hot. Coming in hot. Shoot that. Hey, why not?
All right, everybody. I got my boy Dominic Martin on, all the way from St. Louis. What's going on, bro?
Not much, man. Just happy to be here. You know what I'm saying? It's a humbling experience to get this interview. It's early morning. You know what I mean? So,
The first Zoom ice cold fact. So
it's a privilege, man. It's dope. It's dope. I feel like I'm on Knuckleheads, man. Forget Knuckleheads. It's like ice cold facts. You know what I'm saying?
we ain't on that level yet, man. We trying to get there. We trying.
I see that for you, man. It's gonna happen, dude.
It's gonna grow for sure. But for the ones that this your second time on, the ones that missed it the first time, and for people that's not familiar with who you are, just give a little brief background about who you are.
Well, I know Aisha. We both went to Quadrant Ritter. Came out of Quadrant Ritter 2002. Played varsity basketball there. Didn't play on the college level or anything like that. But I've been coaching on the high school level for about 10 years off and on. Started my own skills academy, Next Level Skills Academy. Got the hoodie on right now. Everybody to see it.
Shout out to
Been doing it like 8 years. My passion. Love kids. Currently, I've been asked to coach a new pro team in St. Louis called the St. Louis River Sharks to be an assistant coach.
Okay.
Real humble and to be asked to do from a basketball legend, Preston Thomas. He's the head coach. So I'm gonna talk about that today and some other things. So
okay. All right, cool. Well, yeah, let's jump right into the River Sharks. Kind of just tell people, what that program is about. I mean, some people probably familiar with the St. Louis Swarm. I think that's probably like the last pro team
that was
really
like
had.
St. Charles, like that. It was in St. Charles, the Swarm, or whatever.
Yeah, they played in St. Charles at the Family Arena. Erwin Claggett was like the top player at that time. Shout out to my old coach. So just tell people about that. Like, is this league in line with something like that?
It's something similar. Basically, we have teams in St. Louis, Bowling Green, Kentucky, Chicago, Memphis, Nashville, and also they have some teams on the East Coast. But basically, it's like in the league, but the guys get paid. And our whole purpose is to get these guys paid, man. Like our season is from March till July, but they can play overseas. So we're gonna have like overseas scouts to that game and stuff like that. And what sucks is that before the coronavirus, we had the ball rolling, man.
Right.
We had a scrimmage game against the Memphis and the Fort Wayne team at Quadrant Ritter on March 14th, and we had to cancel the day before. So we're gonna have a lot of fans there, get the ball rolling and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, since about February, January, I've been going to games with Preston, recruiting college seniors. We were looking at a couple SLU seniors. But Missouri Baptist senior, my guy Jamoy Robinson, looking at him, looking at Dwayne Clark and Harris Stowe. Also, we got a couple kids out of Chicago.
Okay.
Play for UMSU that we want to go scout and watch you. Like, we've been hitting it, like, pro coach stuff, just trying to recruit seniors to come play. And we've had a few practices or what have you, but we just trying to get the ball rolling with that, man. Just build a staple in St. Louis of a good basketball thing where guys can come watch us. Our home base is out of Tandy. That's where we practice at.
Okay.
And by games there, the goal is eventually to have a bigger venue, but you got to start somewhere. You know what I mean? Right. So we got some St. Louis legends. We got Dwayne Polk who's playing for us. Played at Vashon and played at SLU University. Also, we got Gerald Weatherspoon, guy who I talk highly of. He had 46 at the OV. Yeah. Nobody has ever done that.
When I had Head on Brandon Gilmore, when I had him on last week or like 2 weeks ago, me and him kind of both agreed, which me and you gonna talk about this later as far as the top 5. But me and Head both agreed that Gerald, was in our top 5. So
Gerald was a scorer, dog. Like he had it all, man. I mean, I just remember him cross the cats up doing that Paul Pierce spin that he used to do and just dunking backwards on guys. Like Gerald could just get a bucket, man. Like whenever. So
he's the reason I went to Ritter. I've never met him in my life. Hopefully at some point, I come for a summer league or whatever.
That's big, man. Dude out, man. So
Okay.
man, yeah. So, but yeah, we got guys, girl, who hopefully guys go, okay, I remember them from high school. They come out and watch it, but they're so humble. They're like, it's not about us. We're not late 30s. It's about these young guys.
Right.
So, potentially like Jamori and guys like Dwayne Clark and Hurst, just guys like that, just building the foundation for them and something for kids can, go see them play. And we want to do things with the River Sharks, like have camps and clinics for kids to come in and see what's going on. And you never know, these same kids may play for us one day, or you know what I mean. So we're just building the foundation here, and of a good professional, kind of like minor league team, where the guys get paid. Like they haven't disclosed what they're going to pay the players yet or whatever, but we're trying to make it to where it's worth their while. Because like most G League contracts are like things start like at $30K or whatever, but they go to the league because they know that it's the way to get to the NBA. But
right, it's a stepping stone for sure.
So we just trying to, just do that, man, and just make it quality basketball. People just come and watch it, get some out of it. So we're taking it very serious. And I talk to Preston Thomas every day, me and Thomas. And then we had the ball roll. What can we do? We can't work players out. This time with me and you, we trainers, so it's killing us. It's corona.
Yeah, it's hurting for sure.
None of that, man. Like basketball is life for me. So, and for all of us that's in this basketball community here, and right now it just sucks, man. We can't get in the gym and do nothing with our guys. But hopefully, we all praying, and hopefully by like end of May or June we get back to it because I'm ready to get the ball rolling.
Yeah, I mean, it's hurting me from the standpoint, like I said, being a trainer, but more importantly, coaching. I got ninth grade boys that they anxious to get out there. We had a national schedule lined up with big tournaments.
Right.
We can't do nothing, so it's hurting us.
They cancel EYBA, all that. All that.
It's hurting everybody.
Yeah, but it's kind of bringing it back to the essence, though. Like before, you got to talk to the high school coach, go in the living room with your parents. Yep. So, I mean, I guess it's a gift and a curse, but at the same time, you do want to get these kids scholarships. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, that's the big thing. I mean, on my end, what I'm working now with talking to all my players, talking to their high school coach, just seeing like, hey, have you had a chance to see such and such? If you have, what are you looking forward to them bringing to the table? If you haven't seen them play, what are things you're looking for your team to kind of do? Like, what are the intangibles that you look for? So I'm just trying to build those relationships with those coaches now.
And that's dope.
I got seen that way.
Yeah, that's dope. You doing that because like it's all about relationships. Like about a week ago, I had a guy, Coach Anthony Hall, who I coached up under Luther North. He's an assistant at I think it's Southwest Tennessee Community College, and he was like, Dominic, I need some players, I need some bigs. Mm-hmm. So I reached out to a couple of St. Louis coaches and gave him some information, and he was like, right on. It's just all about getting these kids scholarships, man. So out there, and it's cool that I got connections where I can get some guys some look because a lot of these college coaches are doing like virtual recruiting on Zoom and stuff online trying to get kids. So if I can help anybody help, I'm gonna give you a name. I'm gonna plug in there. I'm just about the kids, man. It's not about me at all. You know what I mean?
Right.
So.
Well, talk about like the connections, not necessarily who you have as connections, but how important is it for a trainer, for a coach to have them connections, where they can kind of plug players into different coaches and things like that.
I think it's very important. Just for me, just actually coaching on a high school level. There's some trainers that don't even coach on a high school level, so I don't know how they get it. But like, this is like basically a couple weeks ago, my first time a college coach reached out to me because when I coached for him, he had been on the college level. He coached at like a D2 level and stuff like that. But and then he's coaching now in Tennessee. He has his own high school girls program, but he's also helping out, as an assistant for the college. So he hit me. I'm like, it's cool. So I reached out to Ryan Johnson and Courtney Ridd. I know him. I reached out to James Washington and Soda and the head coach. And I was just like, hey, he needs some bigs. I'll let him. Yeah. So they were like, well, this guy? I'm like, Coach Hall, a stand-up guy. He gave me my first job on the boys' side as assistant and as the head JV coach. So, like I said, relationships, brother. So they trusted me like, okay, I'm sending my kids who I care about. Right. How you know this? You know what I mean? Because it is a shiesty. It can be some snakes out here. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
They don't. I know Coach Hall does. So just in that regard, that's about it. But because I've coached actually more on the girls' side. So like I'm trying to get my own girls program right now. I put my name in the hat for a couple of them. Okay. I don't want to talk much about it, but I got some stuff going on brewing a little bit. But if I get on the girls' side, I have to build some relationships with some girls college coaches. You know what I mean? Right. But I've heard parents come to me like, "Hey, this coach, he didn't help my kid out. And that is the job, but it's not the job for the coach. Because the job is the one on the high school level. But if I have my own program, I want to send my seniors, if they want it, to go play somewhere. Because it's opportunities. Like, I know growing up, we didn't have YouTube and all these different media forms to get our game out. And they can do it, man. They can really do it. Huddle, all that. So, but it's about relationship. But my thing is, too, I'm not going to send a kid somewhere and I know that they're not serious because my name's on the line. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Maybe like, I don't want to mess with this guy no more. Because I've heard coaches say, I don't want to mess with this St. Louis kid or this kid because, you know, what's going on. But
yeah,
but if I put my name online for it, you know what I mean, I can trust that the kid's going to do something. You know what I mean? But most of these kids are going to do right. You know what I mean? I trust that. But at the same time, it's got to, you know, protect what I'm doing too. You know what I mean? Because they trusted me. You know what I mean? So
and that's the gift and curse too when you've built relationships, you know, and you're able to give referrals. I mean, you have situations where you think, you know, a player is serious about it, or you know, they gonna do everything right, and you know, they get caught up in the college life or whatever,
kicking it, party, drinking,
and then it can tarnish, you know, your image and it make you less credible too. So I mean, it's a gift and curse for sure, but to be able to do that, I mean, a lot of people can't do that. You know, as far as connections.
Yeah, like I don't want to say name, but I remember it was a recruiter came to my school and it's high school. I mean, not quarterback, but a legend from St. Louis. I was like, man, what happened with this guy? He's like, man, he would not show up for class. And he was like, the head coach does not want to mess with St. Louis kids anymore. Yeah. So I'm like, whoa. So like one kid could mess up with perception of a whole area. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this dude was cold in high school. Like he wouldn't wake up for class. I'm like, wow. So, you know, it's just deep like things. I mean, every kid is not gonna go to the NBA. But you just want that kid to go to class and be just a good citizen, you know what I mean? And you use basketball, don't let it use you and get your degree and get something from that. You know, it's a small percentage of people going to the NBA. Or maybe you can go play overseas or be a coach, but the things I want you to get your education paid for. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you just to act right wherever you go. You know what I mean? So.
And I think that as a parent and as a coach, you know, I think it's our responsibility to make sure we're being realists with these players, boys and girls. Like, hey, especially on the girl side, you know, like you said, you deal with you've got a history on the girl side as far as coaching.
Yeah,
you know,
more so than the boys.
And you know, there as far as making it to the WNBA, I mean, that's not that desirable anyway. You know, they'd rather go overseas, but because that's where the money is. But I know they're making.
But actually, I just read the WNBA actually they have like a league minimum now. I think of like 150,000.
Yeah, they stepped it up. They stepped it up big time.
Well, it might be 500.
New collective bargaining agreement.
Yeah, so they're doing better now, but they still got to fight.
Yeah,
these girls are talented, man. Like before I got into basketball, like coaching, I didn't know, but the girls' game was like the purest form, man. They're not as athletic, but they're feisty. And I hate to say it, but women are just smarter than men anyway. Girls are smarter than boys. I'm just gonna put that out there. I'm gonna say that. Hey, I'm gonna say it. They listen. Knuckleheads. I'm gonna tell you the truth. They listen. Because my dad was like, man, girls got him. I'm like, they may be a little bit more emotional, but they are smarter. They listen. Boys are knuckleheads. We go off athleticism. They will do everything fundamentally right. You know what I mean? And they listen. I haven't really dealt with that much attitudes for real. But I just love basketball, man. So I love teaching. So I go girls or boys side. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just for my girls are way smarter. Like they just pick up on stuff. You know what I mean? But the boys side, I get it. People want to watch because it's not dunks and stuff on the girls side, but it's good basketball, man. And growing up, the girls I seen play, they couldn't really dribble. Man, I've coached in some like fall leagues. These girls can handle it like both. Like they skill, man.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how the game is just like, because the thing that separates all girls is the ball handle. If you can handle it, you're elite.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like most girl teams have one, maybe two ball handlers. When I was at Lutheran North coaching, 2017, 2018, we had 4 girls that can handle it like really well.
Okay.
Shout out to Madison Buford. I just say she got accepted to go play at University of Colorado. So she'll be in the Pac-12. So that's huge.
Okay.
Like Maddie got game. When I was there, we made it to the sections and lost. But the year after I left, they went to the state championship game and lost. And she went to a JUCO, and she's supposed to go to Mercer, but I don't know what happened with that. But I just seen University of Colorado won, so that's huge. But
so she's been at Lutheran North all of high school, or did she try?
She started off at Kirkwood, did a year there, and then came to Lutheran North her last 3. But she comes from an athletic family. Like her dad played in the NFL. Her dad was Lutheran North.
Okay.
Her dad was Lutheran North, and then he I think he played at Tulsa, was an All-American linebacker. He played for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Okay.
And her brother, Jack Buford, he's a lineman at Mizzou. So her whole family is just like athletes, bro. So, but we had Madison, we had Raven, who's playing at WashU right now. We had KK, she's playing in Mobap. She was a 4, but she can have. And we had a college recruiter come in, and she was like, she told Chris, for like, hey, coach, she was like, you guys got 4 or 5 girls who can handle it. That is rare. Most is like 1 or 2. So that's the thing in ball handling, man. And Lutheran North, for the past 3-4 years, they've won district every year because they got ball. It's just hard to find girls who can handle it like that. And we had like 4 or 5. So they're young right now. I still go support Chris and Lucas, the head and assistant coach. Those are my guys. But they're young right now. I think they lost in the sectional or quarterfinal game. They won district, but they got mostly freshmen, sophomore. So you got to take your lumps. But yeah, man, with girls, man, it's just like my daughter. Like I'm just not starting to skill train her. You know what I mean? And
right. Yeah. I know you.
Make sure she got. I say look up. Like she used to, like when she gets under, like lose control with it, she picks it up with 2 hands. I'm like, no, keep one hand on it and just pat it till you get it back up.
Right, building those fundamentals.
Separates you is the ball handling and the footwork. Like I'm not really worried about the jump shot as long as the form gets good because strength is gonna get better. But it's that ball handling, man. If you can handle the ball, get a layup. Right. Can't nobody stop you. They're gonna be like, whoa. They ain't gonna understand. They're gonna be intimidated seeing all that coming at them fast. You know what I mean?
Especially coming from a girl. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. They see a girl just come in and hezzy or man, it's over. You know what I mean? So
one of the best guards I've seen do that is Jordan.
Plummer. Yeah, Jordan.
Reed now, but
like I was on varsity and I ain't know Jordan, so she played for Neil. She practiced with us. So it's like it was the whole room, man. Jordan got gang. So they put her with me with a drill. I'm like, man, I ain't let this girl cross me over, though. I don't care what it is. But Jordan had gang. And I but now, whenever I want to go to SLU women's practice, I text her. She get me in, just learning from coach. So like you said, relationships, bro, and that's from Quadrant Ritter. You know what I mean? And I'm, she be like, all right, come at 7 in the morning. I come and. Man, I know every coach on that staff. I got their numbers. I call them. I can call them if I want to. I'm just trying to learn. So,
that's what it's all about.
One day I want to be on the collegiate level coach. You know what I mean? So
okay. So talking about coaching, how did you kind of get intertwined with the River Sharks? As far how did that coaching opportunity come about?
Well, Preston Thomas, he reached out to me. Like I said, it's a mentor. So we talk basketball once, twice a week anyway. So this is back in October. He was telling me, it's the new league. They got him. They want him to be the guy who be the coach and stuff like this. So I'm like, okay. So he's talking about it. So I was coaching at Roosevelt at the time, like January, February. So he gets me up. He's like, hey, I want you to be my assistant. And I'm like, what? For a pro? He's like, for a pro team. So I'm like, why me? He like, dude, I'm impressed about where you are, but I'm more impressed about where you're going to go. And I'm thinking, like, this is the Missouri Hall of Fame legend. You know what I mean? But he's like, I want you to come. So that's how I got into it. And then we just hit the ground running, just going to looking at players and stuff like that. And we even been at St. Vincent League looking at guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Guys who see, we found. Say what now?
I said it's talent there. It's a gold mine.
Yeah, it's some talent. They don't play defense like that in the league. So, but we didn't find a couple guys. We found like a 7-footer, but he had some issues with some concussions and stuff. He played at Florida Gulf Coast Conference or something like that. Okay. Florida Gulf Coast University. He's 7 foot, played at the snap, but he got some concussion issues. So then we watched Tay down there, Montavian Payne. He's another guy who won a championship with Tony Irons and Imagine Prep.
Yeah,
can get a bucket. Played in Mizzou, about 6'2", can get a bucket. I mean, went to go see him play, and got a couple guys, but like I said, I feel like I'm in blue chips, man. Like I'm Nick Nolte looking for Neon Badeau.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Looking for players, man. But it's dope, man. It's a very humbling experience, man. Like I say, Tom was my high school. He was a counselor, and I'm like, that's my boy, man. We talk basketball every day, so we just going looking for guys, hunting. So yeah, it's a blessing, man. You know what I mean? So
I know you mentioned Polk, Dwayne Polk, and some other guys. As far as like St. Louis legends, that people their name might ring a bell. Is it anybody else, who you guys are looking at, or might be possibilities to get on the roster?
Well, see, that's the thing. Because we're supposed to have our combine April 4th and 5th.
Okay.
Where I'll be one of the skill trainers. I'll be working the guys out, and Tom be looking at people, but it got canceled. So, I can't think of anybody else. But I gave some names to some people, and we got some other guys that we're looking at, but everything's at a standstill. We talked to other guys who coaching other teams or whatever in the league, and Same thing, man. We just stuck until, we can do something out of this Corona stuff. But, man, we had the ball rolling. I said March 14th, I had the flyer on Facebook, Instagram. We were going to scrimmage the Memphis team and the Fort Wayne team, Fort Indiana team. Then the Fort Wayne Indiana team and Memphis team were going to play each other. Okay. So we had the ball rolling, man. You know what I mean? So
the real question, how much do Dwayne Polk have left in the tank? that's the real question.
My God. Hey, Polk funny, man. He a fool. Hey, so what happened was I think I had told him about me coaching. And so all of a sudden he tags me on Instagram. And, he dribbling. He got the music or something. I think it was that song Box, something in the box. And I'm like, this dude. So he like, hey, D, I'm coming out. And so he hit me up like late night. He's like, hey, man, I want to work out tomorrow. So I worked him out at the Wild page or whatever. And he put the little silly video up. I think I sent it to you or whatever. I'm like, this is my guy, man. But Polk can still play, man. Polk got game. You know what I mean? He can still play. But like I said, he's more concerned about, helping out these guys and helping them out. So he's a player coach on the field, man.
Gotcha.
We going through the triangle offense, and he's showing them how to do it. And like he's a basketball brain. Like I said, whenever I got a question, I text him.
Yeah.
He'll FaceTime me back. What you need? Okay, this is how you do this. So like I said, I try to surround myself by people who have more basketball knowledge than me.
Right.
And just learn from. Like I'm humble like that. I know you know someone. I'm gonna hit you up. Right. You know what I mean? So,
I think with Polk, man, he don't get enough. Because I think throughout this whole quarantine deal, all the basketball talk is like it's super prevalent everywhere.
Talk about that. It's crazy. It's crazy.
You got all these conversations. Who's the best in St. Louis? If this guy played in this time, what would he do and blah blah blah. But I hear Polk's name, but I feel personally he don't get the recognition that he really should. Being a 4-year starter at Vashon. Yeah. That right there make him one of the all-time greats at Vashon. Then he stay on at the hometown team, go to SLU.
Right.
I understand it. I think he was a 4-year starter at SLU, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was.
I don't think he missed that many games at SLU.
Nah.
So he not getting his just due.
And the people he coached, I've talked to that he's been coached by. He's been coached by Floyd Irons, probably one of the best coaches in the world. And Majers. Like Rick Majers is one of the best coaches ever. Rick Majers went to the national championship game with Utah, 98. Yeah, and so the minds Polk have been around, man. So like I said, I absorb it, man. Just listen to him.
And his dad wasn't a bad, to my understanding, his dad wasn't a bad player.
Dad played at Soda and Neal, so I played.
Yeah. So in a sense, he got knowledge from Niels as well because it was passed to his pop. So
yeah, and like I was saying the other night, I got a Zoom call, man, from Head. He texted me 1:30 in the morning. I'm thinking like, what's going on? He's like, hey, bro, I'm finna call you. So I get me, Polk, Tony Irons, I think Burton Hobbs, LaDon, John. So they're like, hey, D, who will win between you and John playing one-on-one? I'm like, yeah, crazy, man. 2 o'clock in the a.m. Because what used to happen was Tone, it used to be me, Tone, Head, and some other guy. We used to all be at Central. And John would be there. If some reason, it just go to us. And like, I ain't on front. I'd be killing John. Like, he cannot stay in front. So Reggie be like, man, you cannot go at him. So the kids would be like, the kids from their team and Mass Prep be like, here comes John rival. I'm like, what is going on? Like, so it got amped up like that. So the whole time we video chat and they're like,
you need to get that one-on-one game going, man.
Hey, me and John a text, dog. John like, man, I got an ACL, man. He didn't have an ACL. He's like, I don't want to, break them. I'm like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But everybody in the thing was like, D will win, man. 10-6. You can't stay with Dominic. You can't stay in front of him. I'm like, I do it. You know what I'm saying? They was talking about setting up with Tom Baller's life. That would have been crazy.
I think last year they had a video went viral from Vashon. And Tony was out there, and all them Joel Shelton was out there cooking cat.
They was gonna set that up, but I was like, nah, I guess they didn't get it because John was like, he didn't want to, turn nothing or whatever. But I would have did it. That would have been fun, man.
Yeah, man. It would have been you wear your Next Level Skills Academy shirt and
like I got on now.
Be out there getting some buckets. So talk about that real quick. Just briefly. I know we talked about it last time, but for the ones that didn't hear the first interview, just talk about what you're trying to really do with that, as far as the platform you're trying to build up for that.
With the training.
Yeah, for the training. Yeah.
Just help kids out, man. Cause like you gotta think about most of the kids I train, they're not gonna play Division I or go to the league. What basketball did for me was, man, it taught me how to have discipline and have heart. So you're going to get some out of this, whether it's just to teach you just how to just be disciplined, work for something, have goals.
Right.
But like I said, when I first started off in 2012, man, I just knew I wanted to do it. So I knew someone at the church that would give me, you know, the church, and I would get there for about an hour or two a week. And then I started paying for gym time at U City. I had times people ain't show up. So it's just, you got to do your own business. So, but like now I'm blessed, like within the past year, like I have guys coming to me like, can you train my whole team for an hour and a half? And I just be like, let me get the gym an hour before I do that for your team. Yeah. And I have my guys. And then I have parents come up to me after I do the whole team. They're like, hey, man, I want you to train my son. So I'm training their son. So literally before the corona hit, I was in the gym 4 or 5 days a week, man. Whether it be training, going to scout play, but I loved it. Like I go to work, I teach from 7 to 2, work out people from like 4 to 6, then go to a game from like 7 to 9. But I loved it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's what I feel like I was put on this earth to do. Is, you know, just basketball. So, but yeah, man, just doing that and just trying to get kids better, man. And I think I go to every kid I train game. Like I go to at least one game because I'm busy. Yeah, and I'm not taking your money because I'm not gonna just take your money and not just go see the kid play. You know, just so I can just see what they need to work on. They can see me and like that. So I go to like at least one game on the weekend. Because the weekends I'm kind of free in the afternoons. In the morning I'm training. I'm in the gym training again. Okay. In the morning from like 8 to 11. I have different sessions with different age groups. Another thing I've done the past 3-4 months is train 6-year-olds. I was like, man, I don't have the patience. That maybe they can't shoot on 10-foot rim. They can. And the parents love it. They're like, you should start a first grade team. I'm like, dude, I don't have time for that. But
I've been down that road before.
It's
like, tough. I mean, it's rewarding, you know, because at that point, it's strictly all about fun. You know, you're teaching fundamentals, and then you want boys and girls to get out there and have fun. But
no doubt.
At that age, you know, especially when you've taught older kids, it's a little more trying because you want them to get it a little quicker. You know, so it can get a little frustrating. I've been down that road before where it's like, okay, just give me the older kids. You know, give me middle school, give me high school. So that's where I'm at. You know, I can't do the young.
And see, my thing, man, I have issue. I see so many parents lashing out at coaches. I'm not doing on the high school level coaching. You know, I'm getting paid and it's competitive. So if your kid not playing, they can't play. Right. But see, they paying so much money to these youth grassroots coaches. They like, he bet. I'm like, I done seen parents curse the refs out, the parents, the coaches out. I done seen parents. I'm like, man, I'll just train the kids, but I'm not coaching anything under high school. Cause no way.
Yeah, I mean, it's a money grab. Well, for some people, it's a money grab. You know,
no doubt.
If you're doing it for the right reasons, you know, like all my teams that I have, I'm not really making money off of my teams.
But you got a love for it.
I'm doing it out of the pure love, sheer passion. And, you know, but you got some people charging $400 for a 3-month session. It's like,
man, I ain't even gonna tell you how much I done heard some training. They charging the train kids. I had one kid, he couldn't even dribble with his left hand. And he was like 16. And I asked the mom, how much that? She's like, we charging 60 a workout. He been going there for a year or two. I'm like, are you serious? I started off charging 30 a workout. I have packages, you know, where I hook you up with prices, but I'm not gonna bust your head, especially with like a 6, you know what I mean? And he couldn't even dribble with his left hand. I was like, are you serious? Like, but I mean, people they out here taking money, man. They just don't care. They, you know, and there's so much fluff skill training, man. They dribbling 80 times and turning on their back and spinning and, you know, I'm like, not get your money, man. But I'm basic, man. You know what I mean, I'm
you had our conversations about that. And
I ain't doing all that.
I hate it, man. It's like,
hey, look, as a coach, quick move and go, son. Quick move and get past it. I ain't got time for that craziness, man.
And that's what I tell all my players, man. By the time you get the ball, you should already know where you're trying to get to. You know, so if I'm catching on the wing,
I heard something from Greg Popovich. He said you shouldn't have the ball on in 2-3 seconds. Yeah. Either you're gonna dribble, pass, or shoot, and cut after you do that, and keep it going, like continuity, man. Like that's something I'm huge on. So.
Well, the game now is not teaching that really what we talking about, that skill set. You know, is ISO, stand around, let one guy go to work, and then
James Harden.
We're gonna come down on defense. We're gonna get a stop, or they're gonna score, and then we're gonna come back down, and then it's my turn. You know, so you just see a lot of that back and forth ISO ball. Mm-hmm. It's not, you know, it's not teaching the fundamentals the right way.
Right. So yeah.
So talk about I know we was on the River Sharks. Hopefully, man, like I said, hopefully we get you on for a part 3. And hopefully
Okay, that's
the
dope.
truck will be up and rolling by then.
Yeah,
Hopefully
that's dope.
that one of those coaching gigs you up for.
Appreciate it.
But, you know, I'm going to hold this off. We're going to say the top 5 Ritter.
Yeah, that's
We're going to say that for last.
okay. That's cool.
I want to talk about, so last night, I haven't watched any of them yet. I haven't watched the 2 MJ specials that came on last night.
Man, so epic. So dope.
But
so dope.
What does Michael Jordan mean to you? I know everybody got their own, for our age, our era.
I ain't even gonna lie to you, dog. Like growing up, I was Allen Iverson. I was a guard, and ball handling was life.
Okay.
So yeah, but I appreciated Jordan as I got older. Like Jordan is a killer. Like I hate when people compare Jordan and LeBron. I say nah, everybody has a derivative. So I feel like Kobe came from Mike. He was birthed from Mike. Killers. They want to step on your throat, shake their foot, and spit on you.
Yep.
If they gonna lose shooting.
Yep.
They gonna be me. Now LeBron is a derivative of Magic Johnson. Happy-go-lucky, pass first guys, want to get everybody involved. And they still killers, but it's in their own way. But you would see Mike literally biting his teeth, like, do this. You would see Kobe biting his, like, it's just different. They're just different, man.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I don't like people comparing. Mike, like Mike said, they asked him when he broke his foot his second year to leave. He was like, man, that's hurt me not playing. And they were like, we don't want you playing. He's like, well, it's the 10% change. Like, 10%? That ain't nothing. And so they said, what's his name? Reinsdorf, the owner, was like, if I had 10 pills and one of those pills would kill you to cure your headache, would you take it? And Mike was like, it depends on how bad the headache is. You know what I'm saying? So Mike was different, man.
The mindset, man. It's the mindset.
Mike was different, man. He wanted to win at all costs. Like, he just was competitive, man. You know what I mean? I love it. Because I feel like I'm competitive like that. You know what I mean? So Mike was just a different breed, man. You know.
I mean, even not most recently, but I think it was like 2-3 years ago at a CP3 camp. I saw a video where CP3 pulled out Mike and was like, "Hey, if you make this shot, you know, you don't have to give none of these kids no shoes. But if you miss it, you got to give every kid at this camp shoes." What you think Mike went out and did?
Mike hit it.
He hit that shot. He like, I ain't giving nobody nothing.
Right.
And that's
how he
like
is.
You said, that's just that competitiveness. Like,
yeah.
I'm sure on the back end the kids probably got, you know, some shoes, but for the sake of the video, you know, Mike just being Mike is like
nothing tonight. And that's what I like them old school dogs, man. They just you know, like you see in old 90s playoff stuff, the Knicks and Bulls, they all just it's a war, man. Like, you know, even though I don't like Patrick Beverly game, but I like his dog. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And it is what it is. Like we talked about Devin Booker last summer. You know, he had that video. He's like, "Why y'all doubling me?"
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, "Dude, that's an honor. Figure it out.
If you're not getting double, you ain't doing something right."
Yeah, relocate, pass ball, relocate. Like Kobe said in his knuckle, he's like, "Yeah, I say Devin Booker." He was like, "I would have told him send 3."
Yeah.
That's that Mamba, dog. Like send 3. Don't send 3.
It's the new age, man. The new age guys, they just. I partially blame social media, but
I'm gonna give you a story. So I was at Luther North. This was 2013, 2014. So Jason Tatum is a sophomore. He's got Williams coming to his game, and we play him at our house. So they were like undefeated. Tatum like the number 2 player in the country as a sophomore. So I got all singers, right? So I come in the study hall. We used to always have study hall before practicing the game. We had a home game. And so as I walk in and say, "Coach, you think Jason gonna dunk on me?" Dude, I've lost it. I was like, you done lost the game. Like, I don't care. Dude, this is my motto. I don't care if Jesus out here in Birkenstocks. I'm going to bust his.
Yeah.
I don't. And so the game started. Jason got on the bread 11s, the paddle of the George. He got a headband on. They on the red shot. He taking the ball out of bounds. Dude, a couple of my kids looking at him like this.
Starstruck.
Man, are you serious? So I had one scene. He actually played some D, but they was done. We lost by 40. And he had a quiet 30. You can just look at him, the footwork. You just like, he's a pro.
Yeah.
And they had 5. They whole starting 5 went D1. They had a guy, Tyler Cook, went to Iowa. Tatum went to Duke. I think the Gladney kid went to Princeton. Yeah. And then the Mikey kid went to Duquesne. And it was somebody else that went somewhere. But everybody, 5 kids went Division I. So that team was special. They got 1 state championship out there. That was Tatum's senior year. But if you got 5 Division I guys, you better win state.
Better.
better win state. I don't worry.
Not many teams, have one guy that's going D1, just depend on the circumstances. But if you got a team full of 5, you're starting 5 going D1.
Got 5 Division I guys and 2 of them went pro. Tyler Cook is pro. He playing somewhere. And then Tatum, an all-star. He made all-star team. So you got an NBA all-star on your team.
Yeah, I know Tyler Cook was the G League for a minute. I'm trying to think who the affiliate was, man. I can't.
I think he got drafted by Denver or –
yeah, that's who it was. So he's playing in the G League, and he was on the affiliate for the Nuggets.
Okay.
So, I mean, hopefully this summer they can get out, have a summer league. And
man, I'm supposed to go to the Vegas Summer League, but I don't know what's going to happen. But, yeah, I hope so, man, because I just want to go, be around that experience.
I'm curious to see what they're going to do as far as I'm pretty sure the season is over. That's what I think.
Done. Because why would you have a season right now and finish, and you're going to end up finishing probably in August or September, and you got to turn right back around in October to start up.
Yeah. The only thing I would like to see is the new season start around December. So you have maybe a week or 2 before the Christmas Day games, or you start the season on Christmas Day.
So next season I only have like 50 games, what you saying?
I would make it a shortened season, and I would start it on Christmas Day. Ratings will be through the roof.
So you will finish this. So you will finish this season out and end in like September, October, then to start back around Christmas.
Yep.
Well, that makes sense because they did that in '99 when they had that shortened season. Remember when the Spurs won it?
Yep. Or I would just cancel it all together, and then we start in December.
Are you still starting this?
I like the Christmas Day idea of starting on Christmas Day because your ratings are always through the roof on Christmas Day.
They started around Christmas back in 2011 too. I forgot about that.
Everybody will be fresh, so
Yeah.
you have no stars, pulling out for the Christmas Day games.
Right.
And you kind of just start the market and build the intensity.
Yeah.
I mean, the anticipation for it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know.
It's gonna be lit this year, dog. Everybody knew the West Conference Finals was gonna be Clippers, Lakers. That was gonna go 7, Kawhi, LeBron.
Yep.
That was gonna be so lit, dog. Oh my God.
I'm sad we're not gonna get to see it.
And I was hoping Lewis boy Tatum could get to the championship game for Celtics, but he got to deal with Embiid and he got to deal with the Raptors. I ain't counting the Raptors out, they still champions. They
Raptors got. That's always that's a topic too. That's a topic of conversation because everybody always talk about Kyle Lowry and what he'll do in the St. Louis Pro-Am. I'm like, dude, Kyle Lowry is an NBA pro. He's an all-star.
What they say about Kyle Lowry? What is it?
He won't come to the Pro-Am. He won't hit 40 in St. Louis. Like, he gonna get easy
that's
40.
an NBA player, dog. Kyle Lowry give people buckets. I seen Quinn Cook that played for the I think he was the Lakers now, but he did get the ring with the Warriors. He came here about 2015, played in the Pro-Am down at Wall. Yeah. Man, he put somebody on skates, something ridiculous. And he's different because he's from Duke. So this is what happens. I remember a ball being up top, and it was supposed to be a pass, extra pass. So it was at the top of the key, pass to the wing, extra pass to the corner. He in the corner. So he made the pass to the wing, got the wing, took a horrible shot, and Quinn over in the corner like. So it's just that bad. Like, if I'm at Duke, you making that extra pass.
Right.
Because you pass up a bad, you're supposed to get a bad shot to a good shot to a great shot. So that would have been actually a great shot in the corner because the rotation would have been, if not, but it's just different because a lot of them guys in the pro and they just trying to show that they the best and they career watched. But Quinn, like, I'm here to get a run. He took pictures with people I seen, and he got game, out of DC, out of that what they call it, that PG area, Prince George area, somewhere. KD from
the DMV area.
Yeah, DMV area.
Yep.
Because you sent me that video with Rod Strickland and Quinn Cook.
Yeah, him and Quinn Cook from up there. Mike Beasley.
Yeah, Mike Beasley. It's some other guys too.
DMV area.
And see, we need that in St. Louis. I feel like there's not enough unity here. Man, there's so many hoopers here, and everybody into their own little skill, whatever they got. Man, we all come together, dude, and just work. But I'm seeing it with Brad and Brad Bill and Jason Tay doing some stuff.
Yeah, they're trying to get it.
Man, we all came together as skill trainers, and we all got our gym summer runs and stuff.
Right.
And just, man, we'd be unstoppable, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I know Head talked about it, where he mentioned, I think it's the coaches, whatever the winter Christmas tournament.
Oh yeah, it's dope. It's Sloop because we played in that Roosevelt. It's just real dope.
What is it called? The Winter
It's called
Classic or something like that?
the Winter Coat, the Legends, the Winter Legends Classic or something
Okay.
like that. It's
And I know
flag-
how, all the African American coaches basically they come in and they all uniting and putting on a great tournament. Because like I said, growing up in high school, you had the Normandy Christmas tournament, and then that kind of spiraled away, and then you had Merrimack. And I guess this one at SLU is the big one now.
Yeah, it is. It definitely because it took a lot of people out of Merrimack because Merrimack was the biggest one for a minute, and now it's the SLU Winners Legends Classic or whatever. Okay. Yeah. So we played in that. We got the honor and privilege to play Caleb Love. Lost by like 40 or 50, but it was cool, man. We played them in the first round. It was cool, but you had CDC, you had Hazelwood Central, you had Quadna Ritter, you had St. Louis Christian. I think either St. Louis Christian or Quadna Ritter won it all. Can't remember, but you had SLU, then you had a team you had Urbana.
Yeah.
I always some Chicago teams and other teams that surrounding that area, man. They sit down on defense. Because Tony of Vashon had a classic, and Hazelwood Central was in it, Vashon was in it, and they had two teams from Chicago. I think it was Curry and somewhere else. When I say them boys sit down and they play so hard, man.
Yeah.
They sit down on it and they beat them. And, I was like, damn, you come in and beat 2-7. I was pissed. So I know Tone and Head was pissed they lost, but it's just different. It's just a different breed of defense. They gonna sit.
Oh yeah.
Sit down on defense. They gonna sit.
It's that Chicago mentality, man. Almost every player I know from Chicago, they got that dog in them, and they don't play defense.
Yeah, no doubt.
And then they go to the basket. Like I don't really see that many good Chicago shooters. They all just explosive.
D-Wade go to the cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think D-Wade was the only guard. I think he got the highest block shoppers number percentage or something.
Yeah, from a shooting guard, yeah.
Yeah, like blocking shots, like steals, like D-Wade go to the bucket. He got the mid range. D-Wade shoot the mid range off glass, but he going to the cup.
D-Wade was to me, he was underappreciated, as far as how good he was.
They had to say who was the best number 3. And of course, Allen Iverson, I want to with my heart, but with my mind, I'm going with D-Wade. He won the championship. Right. I got to go with D-Wade. But he's, very underappreciated guy. You know what I mean? So,
all right. So, a couple more things. I know you mentioned y'all lost to CBC in that first round.
Yeah.
Talk about how watching Caleb, and you've seen him play multiple times, but Caleb Love, like you've seen him play a couple times.
He's special. Backstory: I trained Caleb at the Ramey, camp because I was one of the Ramey guys that did this camp for like 3 years.
Okay.
And eighth grade, he was in 8th grade when I had him, and he was about 6 foot. He's about 5'10", and you can see the potential. But I just remember his knees was hurting because he was growing so fast, I think. And about 2 or 3 years ago, I was coaching in Sonan, and he was playing for Team Ramey. He ain't playing for the BBE yet, for EYBL. And they was like, he coming. And so he wasn't even ranked as a sophomore. And next thing I know, they like Carolina look at him. I'm like, whoa, man, that kid is different, man. Like I see him play against Quadna Ritter, and he ripped through 2 dribbles and just dunked on the 6'8" guy.
Yeah, and I watched that game. I made sure I tuned in online. Somebody was streaming it, but I had to see it.
Yeah, he hit 40, man, and then he hit 40 against Eastside. I think he had a week where he had like 2 or 3 games. He had 40. And he's different, man. I'm pretty sure they the one state. CBC the one state.
Yeah.
They beat. I got Grant Agbo on them team to go to state.
Yeah,
what Grant?
Is nice, man.
What Grant coach at again for?
Francis Howell.
Francis Howell. Shout out to Grant. That's my guy.
He out there with our old coach, Coach Kurt Jacob. He's out.
Okay.
He's the head coach.
That was Coach.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, to me, he's one of the best coaches that's never been able to win state. Never been able to win state.
Not familiar with him, but that's cool.
Yeah, check him out whenever you get a chance to. Check him. Hopefully, maybe I'll get him on here one day.
Yeah, you should. If you think that highly of him, get him on here, man.
Yeah, because he got some stories. He's been around for a while. His dad used to coach, and then he took over the program at McClure. From his dad. So
okay. So, that's cool.
I mean, McClure, McClure was okay. I had some success there, but it is nothing. I wish I could have stayed at Ritter.
You always say that, but things out for a reason, man. Like I feel like you might have more individual success at McClure you would want to. You had more at Ritter, but you had more individual. I remember I seen some online. You was 5th in scoring, or 4th in scoring your senior?
Senior year, yeah, like 5th. First in conference. So I mean, I had some success, but
A lot of success, dude.
I think things could have went a little differently, but I still would have liked to just stay at Ritter, just because I know all my boys was there.
Yeah,
I still say me, Terry, and you put in Alex Barnett.
My God, hey, Alex is a man. Alex, I don't understand why he ain't get on NBA list. He was the what you call it, the Ivy League Conference Player of the Year.
I think it was just a product of him going to Ivy League that kind of got him out of some scouts' eyes, probably. Because if he would have went anywhere else, it would have probably been a different opportunity.
Man, Alex was the best player in the Bonner Pro-Am League for like 2 or 3 summers in a row. Alex Barnett, bucket.
But I think he's like about 6'7".
No, Alex about 6'5".
6'5", okay.
6'5".
But I just remember him being legal on the wing.
I seen Alex go at it with Man. What's his name? Gordon.
Lorenzo Gordon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big, but Lorenzo 6'5". Alex a wing is 6'5".
Yeah.
So Alex posting up Alex, and he talking stuff, and you pull a trip under somebody, so he just move back and just let him keep up. And he kind of like, oh, he gone. So he went up for a dunk. Alex blocked it, went to the other end, and just did work. I'm like, man, he's the best player down here. So,
all right. Well, we're gonna end it with this. I saved it. Top 5 Ritter. Top 5 Ritter players ever.
Hey, did you want to ask me? I'm gonna cut you off about my coaching influence. Remember that real quick? The top.
Yeah, let's say Ritter legends for last. So give me your top 5. Let's shift it to give me your top 5 local coaches that have influenced you.
Well, I don't know. I got 4. It's 4 cool. I only got 4.
Okay.
So I told my dad, David Scott. He coached me at Bishop Hilly with the Hawks in 4th grade, and I had some talent. Like I say, this guy named Michael Madison. You guys, Reggie Bonds. Reggie played with me. Tony Irons played with me. Michael Madison. That's what we talk about in the Zoom thing. Dude, at 13 years old, Mike Madison could shoot with his left hand mid range. But he, was a knucklehead. Ain't finished 8th grade. Went to Tri school that they send you for bad kids. And boy, I heard Floyd's gonna get him every shine. But if you can't get out of middle school because you call in bomb threats, you know what I'm saying? You can't get to high. Man, dude was in and out, crossover. He reminded me of Andre Miller that played at Utah. I mean, he was nice.
Okay.
And Tone still to this day got some animosity to my dad. He was in the zone. Tone so I deserve to be the only MVP 8th grade year. He told so me and Michael Madison got co-MVP. I should have been the only MVP. I was like, dude, Mike had gang.
Okay.
So my dad, David Scott, he grew up a football player, but he knew basketball, and I just learned from him just how to manage people. Cause like even with his job, he was a captain on the fire department, coached me in baseball too, and then he's a pastor. So every job he's had has been about just knowing people, and so I got that as being a people person.
Okay.
The next name is Cotton, Alfonso Cotton. He's my head JV coach. Still to this day, he called me, Dominic, when you going back to school, when you gonna finish up, you need to be a college coach, isn't it? So that's where I learned, like help side defense, just basic basketball, just continuity. He gave us 5 pennies, and we did the old Bob Knight continuity offense. Go over you do it on your private time. Just learning that from him. Then the third person would be it'll be Preston Thomas. Just getting a chance at Normandy, just learning the triangle offense. I was like, man, this is too much, but everything is in the triangle on that. And then I guess the fourth person to be on Coach Hall, Anthony Hall, the one that called me trying to get kid the bigs, whatever, just defensively. Like I had never been a part of a practice where he type out the whole practice every time because he's a college coach. So he give it to us coaches, and that's what we doing today. And we go through everything at that time. I'm like, this is where it's at. So just being around, that just structure with college coach. So those are my 4 coaches: Anthony Hall, Preston Thomas, Alfonso Cotton, and my dad, David Scott.
Okay. As far as coaches right now in the St. Louis area.
Okay.
I'll make it easy, where we'll go a 1A, 1B. So give me your 1A, 1B non-biased coaches right now at the high school level in St. Louis.
Ooh, you're making it hard on me. I gotta go with Tone. Tony Irons, this is my guy. Been known since middle school. Tony has 4 state championships. Like, you a GOAT. You 36 years old. What's on? 35, 36? You got 4 states. Most coaches don't even go. They go a whole career out winning district.
Right.
Tony, I think 7 trips to the Final Four. That's a GOAT. You know what I mean? 1B, I had to go with Justin Tatum. He won state in Sodan, and he won state at CBC. And every year, they won state this year. And he probably got his 3rd ring. So that's 1A is Tony Irons, 1B is Justin Taylor.
Gotcha. I joked with Head. I told him that, until he wins state, because that's like the biggest. That's the biggest thing about him right now.
Man, I'll text Head, be like, hey, can I come to y'all practice? I just need to learn something. Man, tell Head bring me. Head is a teacher. Yeah. Everybody just like Head is a skilled man. Head is a dope teacher. Like, he's a college coach. Like, you go to his practice, he has everything written out. He gave me his practice plan. Like, Head is a dope teacher. He's a good dude more than anything. Like, whenever I got a question, he's man, what you need, little bro? I got an interview for a basketball job. He talking to me. So Head is a big dude, man. That's my guy. That's big bro. For real.
Yeah, shout out to Head.
Yeah.
All right. So, last but not least, let's get it.
Yes, sir. Talk of the time.
I'm very curious.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put this in quotation marks that you said.
That's cool. I don't care. Hey, look, I got it written down on one of my index cards. My top 5. You can't see my handwriting, so but I wrote it down, bro. I said I don't want to leave nobody. And I got 4 people on the bench too. If you want to do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
So you can go in order.
Well, I'm just gonna name top 5, and that's because So my top 5 all-time corner Ritter starting 5 is Julian Whitfield.
Okay.
Terry Evans, Chris Carrawell, Lauren Woods, and Gerald Weatherspoon. And then if I got to put 4 people on the bench, it'll be Ken Burke.
Okay.
Cameron Beashide, Jahadi White, and Alex Barnett. I'll take those 9 against any 9 from Bashan, Chaminade, and I think they will win. I don't care. Like I said, Corner Ritter is the best program in the state. We got 8 state championships, and we got 3 NBA players. You may have more than 3 state championships, but no, you may have more than – you're not going to have more than 3 NBA players, but you may have more than 8 state championships. So we got both of those. You're not going to have more than us in either one of those, state championships or NBA players.
Right.
Chaminade, I think, got 3 NBA players.
See, where the argument come in for some people is with like a school like Ritter, it's a 2A, 3A,
Man,
so
I don't care. Like back when Tom had it, President Thomas had it, we were nationally known, bro. Yeah. Like I was coaching the ABCD camp with Tracy McGrady and Stephon Marbury. Like we were nationally known, man.
Yeah.
So, and we still are. Like when I went to the Chicago Nike, when I went to the Chicago Nike Coaches Club camp, I was talking to a guy from somewhere. He was like, "Where are you from?" Like, son, he's like, "Oh, do you coach at Rashawn or Quantum Ritter?" So he said those 2 programs, bro. Wow. And I Seattle or so. So like we know, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I mean, we gotta respect our program. Like I said, it's the best in the state. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel.
I agree. Like I'm biased. I'm torn. Like I said, I was at Ritter. I was at McClure. So
okay.
I always find myself kind of doing this, like.
Yeah, but that's because it's your heart. I mean, McClure, when you had Claggett, you got there before Claggett was coaching, right?
My senior year, Claggett was the coach. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah, okay. My junior year is when we had Coach Jacob. He was still there, and then.
Okay.
They pretty much told him, like, hey, you got to choose between athletic director or staying as the boys' head coach, because he was doing both. The state came in.
He chose AD. He chose AD. He probably got a family.
AD role. So then that's when we got Claggett. I'm like, man, who is this dude? Like,
you don't know who Claggett, the Venice Minute.
On the back end, I found out who Claggett was. I'm like, okay.
I used to see him in the pro. He got them long arms, about 6'1". If he was 6'4", 6'5", he'd have been in the league. He'd been like Rashawn Leonard, but he was a 6'1", 2 guard. I mean, as soon as he crossed the half court, they yell out, layup. That's how good he could shoot it.
He was shooting from half, and I opened gyms.
Yeah.
Before our season started, my senior year, he was pulling up from half court. I'm like,
yeah, Clack.
Like my coach got a clip. He was that good of a shooter.
Wow.
That good of a shooter. But all right, man. So we got. I like that list. I like the 5 you gave. I like T-Rock being in there. I like Terry Evans being in there because, I mean, that's another just biased opinion. That's my boy, but
Terry
he deserve it.
Terry do camps together. We talk basketball all the time, but I'm gonna tell you, like, I played in a team called the Trotters in the summer league at Woe, like one summer. I think I was going to my senior year. He's going to his sophomore year, and we was on the same team. It was like, we was practicing, and a rebound came off, and I just felt somebody just whole groin area on my back. I'm like, who the?
Yeah.
So he had a putback dunk on me, and I'm on his team, bro. And I'm just looking at him like, what the? Yep. Like, and then Terry got some stories, and I ain't gonna talk about it. I want him to tell them when you get him on your podcast. Terry got, like, Terry, yeah. How he came. Like Terry, yeah. So Terry got probably the most hops I done seen.
Yeah. He was one, he would literally take off. It was almost like he would take off and worry about where he gonna land after the fact. But he gonna take off. He don't care how far he was from the basket. He was gonna get there. Because he was super long too, so he could take off from right inside the 3-point line.
Yeah, and then people don't remember his freshman year. He's the reason they beat Luther North in the district championship when they went to state.
Terry had a big game that year.
Yeah, he had a huge game. It was at Luther North too. Luther North had a home game. Terry went hit some mid-range. They weren't even all done. He hit some mid-range shots.
Yeah.
Picked his spots. Terry looked good, and I was like, oh, he's gonna be the next one.
Yep.
Freshman. He's a freshman.
True freshman. Yeah, he played whole freshman year, contributed.
Yeah.
He wasn't just on the bench as a freshman.
I think he started as a freshman.
He started.
Yeah. So he got a championship at Clinton Ritter. So his junior year, that team that went 31-0 with Ken Burke and Brian Baldwin and all them guys. So
that's the year I left. Don't remind me, man. I'm still ringless.
Yeah, my senior year, we lost to Luther North and them at Brentwood in the district championship game. And then the next year I'm at Mizzou looking online, and I'm like, oh, these guys gonna win when I leave. So how you think I feel, man? You know what I mean? I was like, man, we straight lost. And they went 31-0, but I was happy for them. You know, they went 31-0.
Yeah, they deserved it. I mean,
yeah, no doubt.
All right, well, I'm gonna let you go. I mean, we like I said, we're gonna get a part 3 when the River Sharks get up and rolling. And
I'm just happy on the first one with this Zoom, man. Or I guess it's Zoom.
Yeah, it's different, man. It's different. I like it though. I like it.
Yeah, that's something different to it.
Yeah. So I put it out there, and then we put it on YouTube and on all of that. And
shoot me that link so as you finish, bro.
We're trying to get on. We're trying to get on the knuckleheads level, man.
Hey, you gonna do it, man. I told what I be telling you, Aisha. Whenever I hit you up, we talk basketball every day. Me and Aisha talk. Aisha, dude, get on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I see something. I see it.
You slacking on it, but I mean,
you gonna do it, man? Because you've been reaching out to contacts, telling me who you gonna have. So I see it. It's coming, dog.
It's gonna blow people away when they see some of these people coming up. I ain't gonna even talk about it. But when they see some of these people coming up, I'm talking about from a local standpoint and from a national standpoint, is
gonna be huge. Yeah,
I'll talk St. Louis all day with people, but at some point you got to talk.
You got to branch out
beyond St. Louis, because everybody ain't familiar with St. Louis,
right?
Basketball and all of that. So
I
ain't just trying to be on the hood level. I'm trying to expand it.
Well, it's not hood because it's very professional. You don't have cursing on here. You talk about everybody basketball journey, so it's not hood at all. That's what I told you. I'm like, it's very professional.
Rule number 1, no cursing.
Yeah, no cursing. And then you starting with St. Louis, so you starting where you grew up at. Even though you're in Dallas right now, the Dallas-Fort Worth area. But you're starting with the area which is St. Louis, and you're going to branch out. I'm telling you, man, it's going to be huge, man. I'm looking forward to this, man, to this podcast, man. Huge. Ice cold facts, baby.
All right, I appreciate it.
Yeah.